When the horse crossed the river, the crocodile suddenly bit it. It seems that it is trying to escape. This is a group of hippos crossing the river. But the crocodile suddenly appeared and bit one of the hippo's hind legs. Then it is the signature skill of rolling over the dead king. Just a few times, the hippo's legs were directly destroyed. Good guy, the crocodile is indeed the master of the water. Relying on the rolling over of the dead king, how to survive? I don't know how many prey have been caught, but it's not over yet. Next is another rolling over of the dead king. This time, the hippo has no chance of escaping at all. But when the crocodile was about to enjoy a big meal, the hippo went crazy and resisted. And it even opened its mouth and bit the crocodile. But this bite is reasonable for the crocodile. It's just a brain. There is no harm at all. And this hippo, waiting for it is also the fate of being eaten. Let's take a look at the scene of the crocodile catching the hippo. This is the hippo's hind leg being stared at by the crocodile. But the key is that the hippo's head is really a little big. It's a lot bigger than the hippo's foot. It looks so weak in front of the crocodile. There is no chance of escaping at all. It's such a small body. I feel like the crocodile can swallow it in one bite. The hippo is still trying to struggle and want to escape. But the crocodile won't give it any chance. It's all in its territory. Can it be run away by the hippo? The key is still in the water. Then it's a rolling over of the dead king. The hippo has no resistance in an instant. It can only let go of the crocodile. Who is the most efficient predator in Africa? Is it a lion? Is it a leopard? Not at all. It is one of the most effective and dangerous predators in Africa. African wild dogs. Let's take a look at the 13 moments that African wild dogs are hunted today. 13. Wild dogs hunt buffaloes. It's hard to deal with big prey like buffaloes. But the wild dog is easy to catch. Wild dogs first separate the little buffalo from the bull group. Even if the buffalo will come out to save the little buffalo, the wild dog will split into two groups and act separately. The little buffalo is impossible to survive. 12. Wild dog vs Mihuan. This Mihuan is eating the wild dog who was passing by found that Mihuan was indeed a grassland. The wild dog who faced the group was fearless. It's a strategic counterattack while retreating. It looks like the boss of the wild dog. The wild dogs have no way to take it. They can only escort it along the way. 11. Wild dog hunting horse. This horse is trying hard to escape. The wild dog is tight and can't catch it. This horse is unlucky. It was forced to leave the group in the end. In this way, the horse can finally stop. It became a delicious meal for the wild dog. 10. Wild dog hunting buffalo. This buffalo with a thick skin and thick skin. It was also pressed by the wild dog there. It is going through the most painful death process. 9. Wild dog vs lion. The biggest rival of the wild dog is the lion and the hunting dog. The lion often kills the wild dog. The wild dog often pretends to die. It successfully escaped from the lion's hand. 8. Wild dog hunting sheep. A group of wild dogs are chasing a sheep. This sheep is pregnant and trying to save itself. It is trying to get out of the group's encirclement. No matter how hard the sheep try, the sheep will be killed by the lion. The lion is trying to get out of the group's encirclement. The lion is trying to get out of the group's encirclement. The lion is trying to get out of the group's encirclement. The lion is trying to get out of the group's encirclement. 7. Wild dog hunting horse. This horse was attacked by the wild dog. It was not only beaten up, his mouth was bitten by the wild dog. It was still standing. It was going to fall very soon. This horse is using its feet to fight the wild dog. But the horse was bitten by the wild dog. Then, no matter how the horse struggles to resist, still not able to escape the 6 wild dog hunting water bull. This head of the good-natured water bull away from the bull group. After surrounded by the wild dog group, water bull has no power to resist. Still standing, he has been robbed. Water bull can only wait to die. This head of the adult water bull looks very strong, also have companions to help, but in the end, can't beat the wild dog group. After several attempts to struggle to escape, finally fell to the wild dog bite. 5. Wild dog hunting. A group of wild dogs are chasing after a bull with a huge body. The bull can't escape the claws of the wild dog. The wild dogs are crazy. This bull ran into the water and fought the wild dog in the water with its large body. The group of wild dogs is going to return empty-handed this time. The 4 wild dogs are afraid of the fish. The fish is staring at the prey that the wild dog just killed. The long-awaited crocodile came up and grabbed the prey and took it back to the water. The wild dog has no way. 3 wild dogs hunting river horse. This head is being chased by the wild dog. River horse directly came to the center of the pond like a big brother. In the hot spring, the younger brothers are serving the wild dogs, and they don't dare to go forward, and then they keep facing each other like this to see who can hold on until the end. The second wild dog hunting the sheep. This head of the injured sheep is avoiding the attack of the wild dog. Unexpectedly, the river horse in the water also came to take advantage of the fire. And the sheep tried to avoid the wild dog standing in the water, and he began to fight back. In the end, the crocodile in the water took a big advantage of this head of the sheep, running around for a long time after being caught by the wild dog. He was exhausted and he could finally rest. The mother and son were attacked by the group of wild dogs and ran into the water. The mother suddenly rushed out and didn't know what happened and returned and continued to stand in the water, although the prey is right in front of the wild dog group, but can't get close to the prey, so in the end the wild dog gave up and left, and the mother and son could live one more day. Wild dogs are surrounded by a group of wild dogs, and they lean on each other tightly and hide under the ponds. Protect your own part. A dog is surrounded by a group of wild dogs. The dog first protects his own part, seeking a chance to rush out of the encirclement circle. The wild dog rushed up again and wanted to kill the dog. At this time, another dog appeared and the wild dog left without a head. The most common thing between the wild dog and the dog is to fight for prey. The dog is surrounded by several wild dogs. The dog is the same way as the dog is eaten. They are experts in steel and long-distance science. Know your own nose fight, not only as long as to protect that part, can have a chance to successfully escape. A group of wild dogs are doing food a dog cannot catch. The one who rode the horse alone almost made himself a food of the wild dog. Fortunately, he ran fast. This lonely African wild dog is not only in cooperation with a hunting dog. There are also a few wolves that form a new group of fire. 3 different eaters live together and hunt for months. Which one of these moments impressed you the most? Why don't you tell us in the comments section? A supergroup of 28 lions is on the verge of collapse. The mother lion has no way to catch enough prey, so every meal can cause a fight. The Lion King has not been home for half a year. The 9-headed young lion has no eggs. It's dinner time again. It's become a norm to eat while frying, so every lion has to fight for a place to eat. The mother lion, who is not willing to give up prey, is called Whitehead. He killed the prey tonight. As the oldest mother lion, most of the time he will be in front of the prey, but every time he comes in, he will be squeezed by the child. The 16th lion is still unable to meet the needs of the entire family. Most of the food will be taken away by the 9-headed young lion. These 2-year-old young lion always likes to show off their hair. Compared with mothers, they look bigger and stronger. But they are all guys who work in the outer wall. What to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? The 9-headed young lion and his sister called Pumba. Pumba is hard to grab food in front of his brothers, so it's getting weaker and weaker. And Pumba's mother TB has lung cancer. Maybe it's only going to take a few months. Even though lung cancer is very contagious, but TB is still in contact with other members, so the whole family is in danger. And 2 lions are patrolling 5 kilometers away. They are the father of the 9-headed young lion. It's a lot of work to look after the child, so they haven't been home for 6 months. This evening, the family was extremely fierce. The mothers were chased by 9 poor children. When the dinner was over, there were 6 mothers who chose to leave the lion group, which made it difficult for the lion group to learn to double. The rest of the mothers are old and weak, and the food source is even more tense. The whole lion group can only rely on water to fill my stomach. The 9-headed young lion has reached the age of leaving the tribe, but they don't have this plan for them. It's better than losing your life outside. For this, Pumba had to endure the prey in front of his eyes. But the young lioness was not very interested in it, because they know that, even if they're interested, they can't catch it, but they have time to rely on their mother. Whitehead still couldn't stand it, because he only ate a little bit of fur last night, so he was going out hunting. And TB was taking another mother. I also joined the hunting team, and I succeeded in hunting. Pumba's cry is like a signal that all the lions have shown their ability to charge and charge together to the scene. But this space is not enough to accommodate all the members of the 9-headed young lioness constantly intimidate the mother. It takes up the advantage of the current position, even though there are a few mothers who are squeezed out of the dining table. But the resources still seem a little tense. The young lionesses hate to have their heads cut off, and each other will also cause death and friction for a few minutes. A horse has been cut into pieces, and it's not too cruel. The 9-headed young lioness is under the tree. The mothers began to eat the last cold food, and the mothers, who were not full, chose to take the risk at night. With the family members surrounded by a fallen horse, the mother was pregnant with black and hard work, but the young lionesses retreated. It seems that the horse saw them in blood, and at this time, the horse started to fight back. The mother is pregnant with black and hard work, and is kissed by the horse, and the lions are in a mess. The horse took the opportunity to escape from the encirclement circle and in great pain. The rest is up to God to make the difficult situation more difficult, and this kind of difficult situation is not something that every member can feel. The 9-headed young lioness doesn't care so much, and she's still as angry as she used to be, and she's not fun enough. The pain is so painful that you can't get out of it. The young lionesses thought he was not disgusted. At this time, even the other mothers couldn't stand it and started to shout and call for death. Then all the mothers joined in. This is a laugh of unity and protest. Their call got a response. 9 young lionesses calmed down, and in the middle of the night, there were 2 high and mighty lionesses who saw their father coming back. They immediately changed their faces and went up to the high and mighty lioness. But the dead king didn't really like them. An angry monkey scared the sons away. Tonight there will be no more lions playing around, because the angry lion king can't afford it, and the mothers finally have a support. After the trouble of his wife, the Lion King brother made a statement to fulfill his mission of hunting successfully. The young lioness also wanted to take the best position to eat, and the lioness actually fought the Lion King. The Lion King's brother took it as a ping pong ball and mixed it up and beat it up. The Lion King was still angry and let the goods roll. This evening, the 3 bosses were kicked out of the lion group. From here we can see that a lot of men usually look like they don't play. But at the critical moment, they can shoulder everything. Even the greatest difficulties, they will stand up and say, "It doesn't matter, I'm here." The water bull is a terrible opponent. It's hard to help a Lion King without such a big prey. The young lioness didn't cheat this time. They worked together to knock down the water bull on the ground. And this is the first time the young lioness has completed her mission. It's very important to their future growth. And the young lioness doesn't dare to make trouble when the Lion King is around. And the position of the Lion King is clearly arranged. Every lion in the super losing crisis is doing his best. And the mother TP didn't join them because she changed her lung and she turned around and walked away. Now he's got a lot of flesh and lung. And he's got a lot of threats to the lion group, and once he gets infected, it's going to be an irreparable disaster. It used to be 30 minutes to get rid of the 5 flowers. But this time the super losing crisis took a whole night. The Lion King's importance to a lion group is obvious. But at this time a different thing happened. The TP quietly left the lion group, and the torture of the patient caused him to suffer. He felt that he was about to die, or that he was going to infect his friends, or that he didn't want his friends to see his own. Only his daughter Pumba noticed him, and Pumba walked up to comfort his mother. The TP stopped but didn't respond to Pumba, and he didn't want to leave, but he didn't want to leave. The living group of the guest was only the last to experience the feeling of home, and then firmly settled the steps of this strong mother who used to rely on the pure master's skills. Raised a generation of small lions. Young lionesses never left the community. Their hairline is getting more and more developed. And now they have a lot of money, and the 6 young lionesses will take over the land for their father. Help mother and sister hunt together, and especially love the newborn brother and sister. They eat together, to eat together, to rest together. The 8 lions of the lion group have a big family together. This is a small fishing boat with only 54 square meters. And there are 7 boys living on it, and the youngest is only 9 years old. And the oldest is called Lucy. He is the captain of this ship. And recently, he has just made a girlfriend, and the 2 of them are in love at first sight, and are ready to get married, according to the local etiquette. Shouty only needs to work for 3 years to save enough money from his mother-in-law. But he worked day and night for 3 weeks. And then he started to get depressed. It's some little fish again. I didn't see a big fish for 3 weeks, and then I'm afraid I won't have enough money for 5 years. It's already midnight, but Shouty doesn't want to sleep. He and his partner are sitting on a boat and watching thunder and lightning in the distance, and he starts to silently pray that there will be a miracle tomorrow. The ancestors are the ancestors. I saw the ancestors coming over. The ancestors that the little boy is talking about is the biggest fish in the world, the gold sand, which is as long as 14 meters. This gold sand happened to swim to the bottom of Shouty's fishing boat. But Shouty, they won't catch him because in their culture, gold sand is their ancestor. They are the descendants of gold sand. So the little boy will call him the ancestor. The appearance of the ancestor is a symbol of good luck. This is not superstition, but scientific evidence, because wherever the gold sand goes, there will be a lot of little fish following it. The little fish say that this is called following the big brother. to go to eat and drink without worry, and no one has ever dared to do it to you. It's both full and safe. But these little fish are a big fish for Shouty. Not bad, not bad, I can get married earlier with them. That's right, in Shouty's eyes, this is not a fish, but a mother-in-law's fortune. In order to thank the ancestors, they took out some of the little fish they caught for him. It's so delicious. As a reward, Gold Sand will stay near their little fish boat for several days, and not only bring a lot of little fish to Shouty. Both sides will help each other during the period of Shouty. They will jump into the water and play with Gold Sand, and the Gold Sand will be very gentle to accept their touch. It's like a big fish they raise. But this kind of harmonious coexistence between man and Gold Sand in the world, only in the bird's headband will appear. There are two reasons. One is that there is a lot of food here. Gold Sand does not need to be moved. You can stay here and eat and drink all your life. The second is that the bird's headband has a depth of 1,500 meters and can meet the needs of Gold Sand to the deep sea. So the Gold Sand that only exists in this place in the world will stay in the bird's headband from life to death. Where's the bird's headband?